Then comes another important incident, that is 1979. 1979, that was the time when Soviet forces entered into Afghanistan. Now there is a turn in the history. Now United States wanted Pakistan's assistance to fight a proxy war in Afghanistan for United States. And with the help of United States, Saudi Arabia and UAE, Pakistan fought a proxy war against the Soviets in Afghanistan continuously for 10 years, from 79 to 89. The problem was how to extend military and economic assistance to Pakistan, because the sanctions were imposed against Pakistan on the pretext that Pakistan is making an atomic bomb. Therefore, no military or economic aid will be granted to Pakistan. But when it was required by the United States, Pakistan's assistance in Afghanistan to fight that war, then the issue was resolved by Pressler Amendment in the law of the United States. What was the Pressler Amendment? According to the Pressler Amendment, if the President of the United States says that and grants a certificate that Pakistan is not making any bomb, I am satisfied, then aid can be released for 1 year. And this certificate was issued continuously for the 10 years by the President of the United States, and all military and economic aid was released in favor of Pakistan. But when the Soviet forces in 1989 went back and the war was ended in Afghanistan, this certificate was also stopped to be granted. This speaks one universal reality. And what is that reality? That friends and foes are not permanent in the international politics. These are the national interests which are supreme and permanent. When the United States found it that Pakistan's assistance is required, they released economic and military aid in our favor. When they consider that Pakistan is no more of our requirement or fulfills our strategic needs, then in United States or any other country, they moves away. This is an international truth. Expecting that since somebody is our friend in the past, it will be friend at present as well or in future as well, that is a wrong concept. And afterward, what happens? There was a civil war in Afghanistan, and ultimately in 1996, Taliban, they captured Kabul and they remained in power till 2001. And during that time, Pakistan supported, along with Saudi Arabia and UAE, and recognized Taliban government in Kabul. No other country recognized Taliban government there. And they were in control of around 90% of Afghanistan at that time. And around 10% remained in the control of Northern Alliance. The Northern Alliance is that which is still having power and government in Afghanistan. In 2001, another important incident, 9/11 incident. With the 9/11 incident, when the United States came under attack, the Twin Towers and the Pentagon, they were attacked by the aircrafts. And it was alleged that it was Al-Qaeda movement behind these attacks. And Al-Qaeda leadership was being given support and given hideout in Afghanistan. Therefore, United States asked the Taliban government to hand over Al-Qaeda leadership to United States, or send them, dispel them from Afghanistan, or hand it over to United States. The Taliban refused that, and on their refusal, United States said, "Now your days are numbered," and they attacked Afghanistan through the auspices of the United Nations, and ultimately Taliban government was ousted. And at that time again, United States required Pakistan's assistance because they could not dethrone Taliban. Therefore, United States once again come near to Pakistan in 2001. And we offered all kinds of assistance to United States. Things went on. And ultimately, United States and NATO powers, which were there in Afghanistan, fighting against the Taliban and supporting the Northern Alliance, they started feeling that Pakistan is not doing more in fighting Taliban as NATO were fighting with them. And there has been a continuous demand for Pakistan that do more. Pakistan carried out many actions against them in South Waziristan, in Swat and other areas, but their power could not reduce to that extent which could make these NATO powers or United States happy and comfortable. Ultimately, a resentment or strained relations started developing between two nations, Pakistan and United States. And these relations are still strained. Under these circumstances, when Pakistan was not, having any support or any moral or economic or military with the Western world, particularly the United States, another opportunity emerged for Pakistan. And that was because of Pakistan's geographical position. I must say it was not any strategy of Pakistan or the able or the good governance proof of the civil governments, but that was a geographical option. That was a sea fact. Pakistan's geographical location compelled China to establish Gwadar port on the Arabian Sea so that it may have economic corridor leading from Xinjiang, its southwestern province, through Pakistan, via Gwadar, into Arabian Sea, Gulf, and beyond that through Suez Canal into the Mediterranean Sea, and then Europe. To have this trade link, this Pakistan's corridor was required by China. And now China is investing when no other country is investing in Pakistan. But China, because of Pakistan's location, is investing a huge amount, more than $60 billion investment. And that is why it is said that it is a game changer. It's Pakistan, a lot of jobs are being created. As far as friendship is concerned, to make friends at the international level, there is a demand and there is a willingness and there is aspirations from every country that we must have a friend. But the point is, why other persons, other countries should make you friend? Unless you are in a position to satisfy their wants and needs and to satisfy and address their issues, nobody will come near to you. By requesting the friendship, you can't earn friendship. Unless you are internally coherent, there is an internal solidarity, economically you are strong, militarily you are strong, and you are in a position to help other countries militarily, that is the point of attraction for the other countries to come near to you. Therefore, the best thing to enjoy a good foreign policy is we have to make ourselves internally coherent and economically strong. There should be writ of the government in the country. Situation of law and order should be satisfactory. And the issues like load shedding, energy crisis, corruption, poverty, low literacy rate, at present, international indicators are not in favor of Pakistan. From the literacy point of view, we are 130th position in the world, and the life expectancy is around 58 years. And our literacy percentage is also around 57%. You can say it is the same. And this is the lowest even in South Asia. With respect to GDP, our position is 40th in the world. And on the other hand, we are fifth largest nation population-wise in the world with the 221 million people. We enjoy a good coastline that is 1,046 kilometers. it means lot of has to be done in Pakistan so that it may enjoy a due respect in the community of nations. Thank you very much.